5 most underrated credit cards in the game today. What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles. Today I'm going to be doing a video I've probably done a couple different times, but it's a video I really enjoy. And in this game, it's always changing. So in my opinion, it's probably a video that needs to be done at least once a year. We're talking about great credit cards that fly under the radar and just don't get talked about. Some of these cards, yeah, they're boring. But we all know that when we're talking about personal finance, boring's not a bad word. Obviously, this is a 5-card list, and your Uncle Luke always tries to over-deliver, so guys, there's going to be a bonus card at the end. Categories are Cashback, 2 cards, Hotel Card, Travel Rewards Card, and an Airlines card. Bonus category is going to be given to a super niche card that, in my opinion, might be the most underrated card out here. Again, I'm Luke. I want you to consider subscribing to the channel, and if you get any value from this video, slap that like button for me. Right off the rip, let's talk about Cashback. But Luke, I'm not into Cashback. I want to travel the whole world. That's great, but these 2 Cashback cards that I'm going to talk about, they probably won't interfere with your rewards earning. These 2 cards might actually fill a space that your rewards cards lack as far as earnings. So give them a chance. This first card is a card that I've mentioned a million times on the channel, and it's the US Bank Cash Plus card. This card is easy to get approved for, it has no annual fee, and it fills a space that a lot of cards don't. What do I mean? Well, the Cash Plus earns 5% cash back on 2 categories of your choice, up to $2,500 per quarter. Now, I can hear the moans, Luke, I don't like rotating categories. Guys, I can understand. But this one, you can keep as the same category every quarter, month after month. And we're talking about some categories that you might not be earning very well on. Here's an example. You can choose to earn 5% cash back on your home utilities. Yeah. Sorry guys, this is a grown folks card, but earning 5% on your gas bill, your electric, your water and sewage bill can be an easy way to build up some cash back. Now, here's a drawback. Some of these places might charge a small fee to pay with a credit card. For me, the only one I have is a utility bill that comes out to like $2.50 on a $100 bill. So yeah, on that one, I'm only earning $2.50 a month, but electricity for me, well, that might be $200 a month in the summertime. That's gonna earn me 10 bucks, and I'm not doing any work. I auto pay the utilities, and I auto pay the credit card, and sometimes that'll give me almost 60 days to float this payment. In any case, this slowly earns a small amount of cash back with very little effort. Unless you're into business cards, you probably aren't earning a ton on your cable and internet, and the Cash Plus, well, it has cable, internet, and streaming all as one category. Same deal, guys. Auto pay the bills, auto pay the card. This is a very simple way for me to earn more than $25 or $30 a month with absolutely no work. So basically, that's more than $300 a year that can be used for the holidays, a nice dinner, or hey, I could use that money to purchase points when they're on sale. We're gonna stick with Cashback here and then we'll move on. This is a card that is talked about, but I don't think it's valued fairly, and this is the AAA Visa Signature. This card is going to earn you 5% cash back on groceries, up to 10 grand a year. I think that's a perfect card for those of us that have a setup like Chase that might lack a grocery category. Pretty simple. And for this one, I'll be the first to admit that I don't really understand why some folks shop at those big wholesale clubs, but this card will earn 3% on those. So this is a very simple option for those that aren't interested in getting into an extra ecosystem just to cover the grocery category. Both of these cards earn real cash back that can be deposited into a checking account and spent however you want. No statement credit or other weird redemptions here. Just plain old simple cash that we all need, even if you are a hardcore traveler. Next category, guys, is going to be the hotel card. Now, I fully understand that the current king of the hotel cards, that's going to be the Hilton Aspire, but we're looking for a diamond in the rough here, and I think this card is very underrated. We're talking about the Chase IHG Premier card. This card brings a ton of value for just 99 bucks a year. You'll likely get a huge bonus, and you'll get the 4th night free on your award stays while you hold this card. The card provides diamond status, but I'm going to say right now, I have no idea what the value of that is because I don't think I've ever received any kind of real benefit from it. Your mileage may vary. The card also gives you a 40,000 point free night certificate after your first year. That's pretty good. The card has full service travel and purchase protections, and it grants you a TSA pre-check / global entry credit. But Luke, I already have a card with that. It's just too common. Listen, guy, at some point, you're going to meet someone that's going to love you, and they're going to want to travel with you. You might even make a person. They'll need a global entry credit too. The card also gives you a $50 credit towards the United Travel Bank every year, which is a pretty cool little perk. Haters are going to quote the value of IHG points at half a penny each because you can often purchase them for that. But you can get a penny each in redemption value, and while the card does earn fairly well on bonus categories of dining, travel, and gas, I think the play here is the everything else category that earns 3x. Now, I do have some special techniques with this card, and I go over stuff like that on my members only videos. These are videos that don't belong in public, and if you want to access them, you'll need to join the membership. Membership is only $2.99 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Members get priority response to comments, access to the videos, and eventually to members only lives. I also want to add that in the last year and a half, we've been very happy with IHG properties, and I really recommend IHG to a lot of different folks. Lou, what about travel points? Everyone says that's the route to go. Yeah, I agree, but you may be surprised at what I think is the most underrated travel points card in the game. Cue the issuer everyone loves to hate, Wells Fargo and their autograph Visa. Let me quickly mention that Wells is not any more evil than your bank. Your bank has plenty of really interesting scandals, but that's beyond the scope of this video. The Wells Fargo autograph has no annual fee, and it earns travel points that can be redeemed with the following partners: Avios programs like Aer Lingus, British Airways, and Iberia, Air France/KLM Flying Blue, Avianca Life Miles, and Virgin. I know, that is a very small list, but there's also some hitters on there. Wells also transfers to Choice at a ratio of 1:2. And if those partners do suit you, you can earn 3x on the following spending categories: dining, gas, transit, travel, phone plans, and streaming. This is a really good example of a card that earns really well, but it might need one of those cashback cards to help out in the groceries or utilities category, right? This card also comes with cell phone protection to go along with that 3x on cell phones. That's pretty awesome, right? Wells does have a 2x catch-all to complement this card, so that could make for a very inexpensive duo. What about the airlines category? Well, guys, I generally do not recommend an airline card unless you're really deep into the game or you're flying with the same airline very often. I just prefer cash or transferable currencies over airline miles, normally. But one card I think can qualify as underrated, and I think this one gives you the most optionality. It's the American Express Delta Gold Card. Now, if you don't fly Delta, then skip this section, go to the bonus card section. If you do fly Delta, this card is 0 annual fee the first year and $150 the next year. So you can try it out for a year to see if it makes sense. But you can also upgrade and downgrade as necessary over the years as well. The card does not earn well, but it might make sense to put some spend on it. Why? Well, after $10,000 and spend a year, you're going to get a $200 Delta credit. Folks are going to initially balk at that, but get your calculator out, and if you don't have a grocery card, this might make some sense for at least a few of you. This card earns 2x on groceries, dining, and Delta purchases. Most of you are going to have a better option if you're not invested in grabbing that $200 bonus. Holding the card gives you a 15% discount on Delta award flights, and every year you get $100 in credit with Delta hotel stays. Basically a travel portal, but it should be really easy to find a way to use that credit if it's important to you. If you check bags, just holding the card will get you and up to 8 more passengers traveling on the same itinerary as you, 1 free checked bag. That could be really lucrative. Let's finish this one up with the opportunity for huge sign-up bonuses on all the Delta cards and the ability to get upgrade offers to some of the higher tiered and the ability to downgrade when it makes sense. Now, you guys know your uncle always has a bonus in these lists, and this is going to be what I think is a super underrated niche card. Niche meaning most of you won't be interested, and that's understandable, but the Gemini credit card is a super underrated card that I've been using for a while now, and I think it's fair to mention here. No annual fee. The card instantly earns cryptocurrency, which, guys, for me, just means Bitcoin. I don't know anything about any of that other stuff, but let's take a look. 4% back on gas and EV, 3% on dining, 2% on groceries, and 1% on everything else. They have decent 10% bonus merchant offers. And one reason why I like this card is I don't want to buy Bitcoin, but I think it's interesting enough to earn it. Even with this most recent downturn, I'm still up 7%. Guys, these are my favorite underrated credit cards, and yeah, I guess I do have all these cards. If I have any links to them, I'll add them to the description. And remember, I'll also add the link to become a member. Here's this video's question. What card do you think is super underrated and deserves to be on this list? I didn't include a bunch of expensive high annual fee cards because, I mean, in my opinion, I think they all get plenty of coverage and plenty of love. These under the radar, cheaper cards, well, they punch above their weight class. Guys, if you stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.